Hello guys, this is Alexander Izar, and in today's video I want to show you how to change the cover of a Mercedes W203 ignition key. So what you need to do is pull on this slider over here, and then with the key over here push against this notch and lift up. What you can do is also have the key pressed in the notch over here like this, like that, and then pry it from underneath with some tool, and once it is off you just need to pry it some more. And this is how you remove the battery holder. Then what you need to do is remove the motherboard from within side, and for that you're gonna need a safety clip, a paper clip, whatever. Just need to bend it like this, okay? And over here inside there's a hole, a notch, and what you need to do is put the hook behind the plastic part and pull towards outside. Careful while doing this, do not break the white plastic retainer. You definitely don't need it if you do not plan to reuse the key. So then we take out the motherboard. All's in good shape, but this each time you'll have this piece over here breaking apart. Plastic is old and that's life. Okay, so we put the motherboard aside, we put the old casing aside, and also the battery holder aside. Then we remove from the plastic bag the key and its components, the new key housing. So in the plastic bag we've got 2 springs. Where's the other one? Can't see it. Seems that I'm missing one spring. In the other bag I received 2 springs, 2 plastic sliders, and let's say you use these 3 components and you would be left with some spare parts. But in this case we don't have those extra, we don't have the extra spring. Right now, in order to disassemble the casing, you just need to slide this off, this part, slide it off, put it aside, do the same with the other one. Oh, okay, so it seems that I do have the spring. It was inside the back, the plastic housing. Okay, so over here you just need to take this cover off. In order to do this, just need to press over here in between, because you've got this tab, this one, which goes into this slot, and on the bottom side you have these prongs which slide underneath. Okay, so that's done. Let's put aside these small components so we don't mess them around. Now what we need to do is pry open the housing. There's a fracture over the entire length of the housing. So what you do is like this. Definitely need to pry it. Okay. Start prying from here, from the top, and then go along on both sides. Go along carefully. Okay, so you right now take the motherboard, and you're gonna see that over here you have this little notch over here. It's gonna match with the hole from the motherboard, and there are some stoppage notches which are over here, which match perfectly with the key motherboard. Work gently with it. It has, let's say, some small components, so you don't want to rip them off. Pay attention to the fact that the spring for the battery is loaded and it will push against the motherboard. So you just need to set it in as best as you can and avoid having it moved around. Okay, that's it for the motherboard assembly. Now you just need to put this one slider at a time. Okay, so they click into place. Now what you need to do is on this side, on the bottom side, you need to take one spring. Okay, take this small part. It has two let's say two notches, a bigger one and a smaller one. The smaller one is conical shaped, sort of, and you need to wiggle it carefully. First of all, bring the key in this position, press the spring over there and put this little component in this position. What you'll end up with is, see the notch over here. Okay, good. Now that this is taken care of, we need to put the cover on top like this, and now we need to put this small black slider inside. The slider is gonna go inside that hole. Don't know if you saw it, but inside that small metal component there was the hole, and I'm gonna take this extra spare part slider. These two prongs over here, see, these two go inside that component, that small component, and it will allow you to slide the key like so. It works like a charm. Push it in as best as you can. Okay, now first things first about the batteries. You normally have two CR 2025s inside the original casing. What this means is that the CR stands for chemistry of the battery, 20 stands for diameter of the battery, and 25 stands for thickness. Now, this original holder has a thickness of around 50 millimeters. The new holder has a thickness of around 32 millimeters. So what you need to do is get your hands on a pair of Varta CR 2016. You can't put a CR 2032 because you need to get 6 volts, and these two put on one on top of the other will yield 6 volts instead of just 3, which is the capacity for just one battery. Stubborn little one. Okay, so now you put them like this, facing the writing upwards. Put one, and then you put the second. Like this. Then you just test it, see if the light comes on. Right. This is the assembled key. Thing is that you cannot use the original metal key because it will go inside, but it will go inside like this. You can only have it cut at a local locksmith. I had it cut, but I need to readjust it some more because it has some issues. It doesn't want to open the door. Whatever, it's good enough for me for the moment. It can be used. One cool thing about this is that it doesn't need batteries to work to start the vehicle. You can start it without batteries. The only thing is that the remote opening and closing of the doors won't work. But if you have also the batteries inside of it, you can definitely call it a day and have a working remote. Thank you for watching. This is Alexandre Izar. Have a good night and hit like, share and subscribe buttons. Bye bye.